program is sponsored by Zakat Kenya. Zakat Kenya, fulfilling an obligation.
Every day, thousands struggle to afford food, education, and basic healthcare. But together, we can change lives through zakat. Through your zakat and sadaqah, we educate children, empower individuals, support businesses, fund healthcare, and provide relief for the most vulnerable in our community. Last year, we helped many, but there's still more to do. With your support, we can reach even more people in need. Your zakat is their hope. Donate today and be the reason someone smiles tomorrow. Zakat Kenya, fulfilling an obligation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Our dear viewers, welcome back to the show, The Spirit of Ramadan. I'm Sheikh Hassan Makoha from Zakat Kenya, the Department of Education, famously known as the Zakatologist or the Zakat Attack Specialist. Alhamdulillah, before Ramadan, we used to count some few days remaining, like 7 days remaining to Ramadan, 2 days remaining to Ramadan, and now we are in Ramadan. We started counting 1 day after Ramadan, 2 days after Ramadan. Now we are again counting to few days to end Ramadan. Ask yourself, what have you benefited? And how have you benefited? Keep tuning to Jamia TV for more information about Ramadan, and especially to this program, so that you can know in depth about Zakah, as it is a forgotten pillar. Previously, or in our previous episode, we talked about Zakat in time of crisis. Like, one has been given capital, or he is running a business, or he has got an asset through asset financing from Zakat. So after a while, drought comes in, or fire outbreak, or flood. Everything goes. He has to start his life afresh. So Zakat comes in to assist in the following ways. One, it gives the immediate relief. This person has lost everything except what he had when he was out. Where will he start? He can start his journey through Zakah, whereby he needs food, he needs shelter, and other necessities. Also, Zakat can be used for recovery. Now he has been assisted with the immediate needs. Now, after that, he needs to recover. He wants to go back to his normal life. For example, he was a herder. The livestock died due to drought, or through floods, or a business collapsed through fire. So he wants to recover. He wants to get back to his feet. Zakat will be used to get him back to his feet. Also, Zakat can be used for community resilience, whereby life has to move on. Life has to go on, regardless of the disasters that occurred. Also, Zakat can be used to minimize more disasters, like those who are living near the river. They were told to vacate the place, to go 40 meters away from the river, or to live 50 meters away from the river. Or that river now will start building of gabions and other plants. So Zakat can be used for that, so that to bring these people back to their feet. Now, today, there's a question that I know many of you were about to ask me. But before you ask me, let me ask you. How does Zakat Kenya show transparency and accountability? course, every time I introduce myself as from Zakat Kenya. So one, the Zakat Kenya shows its transparency and accountability through the following ways. One, we have the leadership structure. And in the leadership structure, we have the board. Then after that, we have the departments. And then from there, we have the CEO. And then we have the office. Now, the board works on a voluntary basis. They are not paid. So this one is also a way of accountability. Also, we have the HODs, like the head of distribution, head of education, head of finance, and head of marketing, and other departments that are there. So again, the HODs, they work on a voluntary basis. So this also is a way of getting the accountability and transparency. Also, the transparency comes when we have public reporting, like when we have our education bursary, our education fund allocation, when we have our medical fund allocation, when we have the empowerment fund allocation, we invite people to come and witness what we have done or what we are doing. So there is that public reporting. Also, we have third-party audits. So it is done by an external or a third-party person. He comes to look at our accounts, from the income to the expenditure and other things that are required. So the audits are open to those who are interested to know more about audits. And also during that time, we give out our activity report. And in our activity report, we have that the part of finances, how the finances, what was the income and what was the expenditure, like what was the amount that came in as zakah, what was the amount that came in as sadaqah, what was the amount that came as iftar, what was the amount that came in as a fidya, what was the amount that came in. So we have those audits, and we have those reports that are given when we have such forums. Also, transparency and accountability is got when we do the verification, because this is the critical part of it. You know, people may cheat, or people may fake their situations so that they get the zakat. So on the verification, we don't work alone. In the verification, we have different zakat representative in different areas, like in Kibra, in Kawangware, in Isli, in Mukuru, and other areas that I've just mentioned, although I've mentioned a few. So we have representatives who are qualified. We have verifiers who are qualified to do that job. Also, another accountability and transparency comes in. People give feedback, like to those who are assisted through medical, those who are assisted through education, those who are assisted through empowerment and other forms of assistance. They have that platform. Our numbers are open. We have our website. You can click here. We can log in and see our activities and everything you can access. Like in the website, we have a page of the donors, where donors can log in and see how the funds have been collected and how the funds have been utilized. So these are the ways of showing transparency and accountability. And also lastly, when payment is made, the payment is made directly to the institutions. Like if it is school fees, we don't give the applicant, or the money is not given to the applicant. The money is paid directly to the institution. either through a bank account or a pay bill or the till number that reads the name of the institution. Same applies to medical. The payments are made directly to the institution, whether it is a surgery, or it is a chronic disease, or it is a maternity, whatever kind of need that the person applied for. So this is a way of showing transparency. So this is how Zakat Kenya shows transparency in all the categories of assistance. And also, after you viewing the show or after you listening to the show, you are still welcome through our TikTok, through our website, or Facebook, or Instagram, or any other form of channel that you like to, because we are all round. Any form that you like to communicate to us, you are free, or even through the email, you are free to ask any question or to come and witness what is required of you. So keep tuning to Jamia TV for more information about Zakah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This program is sponsored by Zakat Kenya. Zakat Kenya, fulfilling an obligation.
Every day, thousands struggle to afford food, education, and basic healthcare. But together, we can change lives through zakat. Through your zakat and sadaqah, we educate children, empower individuals, support businesses, fund healthcare, and provide relief for the most vulnerable in our community. Last year, we helped many, but there's still more to do. With your support, we can reach even more people in need. Your zakat is their hope. Donate today and be the reason someone smiles tomorrow. Zakat Kenya, fulfilling an obligation.